Hello, beautiful soul. I'm Miki. I want to start today with a question that most personal growth spaces don't ask. What if the reason growth feels hard isn't because you're lazy or unmotivated or lacking discipline? What if the real reason is much simpler than that? Your nervous system doesn't feel safe. And if that's true, then the problem isn't your effort. It's the state your body is in while you're trying to grow. One of the core ideas we're exploring right now inside the Metta Momentum Sangha is something that I call safety before growth. Because here is something that neuroscience and the ancient wisdom traditions actually agree on. Growth does not happen in fight or flight. Fight or flight is not a growth state. It's a survival state. When your nervous system is activated into survival mode, your brain is focused on only one thing. Am I safe right now? Not what's my purpose, what's my calling, how do I become my best self? Your brain is asking much more basic questions, like, is there danger here? Should I run? Should I shut down? Should I defend myself? This is the biology of survival. And the truth is, many of us are trying to build meaningful lives while our nervous systems are still operating in that survival mode. You can see this everywhere in modern personal growth culture. People say things like, push harder, discipline yourself, outwork your excuses, force the breakthrough. But if your nervous system feels threatened, forcing growth actually backfires, because the more pressure that you apply, the more your nervous system interprets that pressure as danger. And when danger increases, your brain doubles down on the protection, which can look like procrastination, avoidance, emotional shutdown, overthinking, addictive behaviors, or simply feeling just exhausted all the time. And then people assume something is wrong with them, but often nothing is wrong with you. Your nervous system is just trying to protect you. This is actually where ancient Buddhist wisdom offers something really beautiful. In the Eightfold Path, the first step is right view. Right view is about seeing clearly, understanding reality as it actually is. And one of the most compassionate realizations we can come to is this: you cannot force growth in a dysregulated nervous system. But you can create the conditions where growth just becomes natural, just like a garden. You can't force a flower to bloom by yelling at it, but you can change the environment. You can give it sunlight, water, healthy soil, and when the conditions are right, growth happens naturally. The same is true for human beings. This is why the very first theme inside our Sangha this month is safety and arriving. It's not about productivity or optimization or fixing yourself, just arriving. Learning how to help your nervous system recognize that in this moment, you are safe enough to soften. Because when the body softens, the mind becomes clearer. And when the mind becomes clearer, wisdom naturally emerges. So, the question becomes, if we can't grow in fight or flight, what actually helps the nervous system to regulate? One of the most powerful tools that we have is breath. And this is why the very first practice this week inside the Sangha is co-regulation through our breath. Your breath is one of the only systems in your body that sits directly between the conscious and unconscious mind, which means something amazing. You can actually use your breath to send a signal to your nervous system that says, you are safe right now. Slow breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system. This is the state where the body can digest, repair, create, connect, reflect. In other words, this state is where growth actually becomes possible. So here's a very simple practice that you can try right now. Wherever you are, take a slow inhale through your nose. Let it be gentle. Then slowly exhale through your mouth. And as you exhale, let your shoulders soften a little bit. And then again, a slow inhale. And a long exhale. And just notice what changes. Often, even 2 or 3 slow breaths can begin to shift the nervous system. And sometimes space is all we really need. This is the deeper philosophy behind Metta momentum. Growth without self-abandonment, healing without the hustle culture, personal development that honors the nervous system instead of fighting against it. Because when we start from regulation, growth becomes sustainable. And when growth is sustainable, it becomes real. If this idea resonates with you, I go much deeper inside the Metta Momentum Sangha. Inside that community, you will find a full breathwork lesson on co-regulation through breath. In our regulation lounge, we practice nervous system tools together and guided meditations and reflection prompts and a compassionate community exploring mindful growth at a human pace. You can join for free using the link below this video. And if you'd like deeper practices, courses, and live opportunities to work with me, those are all available inside the Inner Circle, the premium community. Until next time, remember this: you are not behind, you are not broken, and growth doesn't come from forcing yourself to become someone else. Growth begins the moment your nervous system realizes that it's finally safe enough to be here. Take a breath, and I'll see you inside the Sangha.